The quest for African independence, a journey marked by resilience and determination, brings us to the question: was Liberia or Ethiopia the first African country to gain its independence? To answer this question, we must delve into the annals of history. Liberia, a West African nation, and Ethiopia, situated in the Horn of Africa, both hold unique positions in the tapestry of African liberation. Liberia, established in the early 19th century by the American Colonization Society, was envisioned as a haven for freed African American slaves. The settlers declared independence on July 26, 1847, forming the Republic of Liberia. However, it's crucial to note that Liberia's path to independence was distinct from the struggles against European colonial powers faced by many African nations. Meanwhile, Ethiopia, often referred to as the cradle of humanity, boasts a rich history of ancient kingdoms and empires. Despite facing external threats, Ethiopia successfully resisted colonization during the infamous Scramble for Africa. In 1896, Ethiopia's decisive victory at the Battle of Adwa against Italy further solidified its status as the only African nation to retain its sovereignty during the colonial era. Ethiopia proudly claims to have never been colonized, making a compelling case for being the first African country to gain independence. The distinction lies in Ethiopia's ability to fend off European powers and maintain its independence throughout the turbulent colonial period. Returning to Liberia, while the nation declared independence in 1847, it's essential to acknowledge the unique circumstances surrounding its establishment. Liberia's roots are tied to the resettlement of freed slaves, with the nation's governance initially reflecting American influences. The debate over which country holds the title of the first independent African nation persists, with perspectives varying based on interpretation and context. The definition of independence in the African context is nuanced. Ethiopia's historic resistance to colonization stands as a remarkable achievement, while Liberia's establishment as a nation by freed slaves adds complexity to its narrative. In the grand tapestry of African history, both Liberia and Ethiopia occupy unique positions. While Ethiopia proudly asserts its ancient sovereignty as a beacon of independence, Liberia's story reflects a different facet of African liberation. As we navigate the pages of history, the question lingers: was Liberia or Ethiopia the first African country to gain its independence? Perhaps the answer lies not in a singular proclamation, but in the collective resilience of African nations striving for self-determination in the face of adversity.